Vale, ahora ya estoy grabando. Si se peta el directo me avisáis, ¿vale? Puedo entrar en la greenhouse. Y esto es el mapa. ¿Veis cómo es el mapa? No me digáis que no es una pasada, tío. Puedo entrar en la greenhouse. Entramos en la greenhouse. En el invernadero. ¡Un bicho!
That's a handsome beetle.
Oh, es un escarabajo, está guapo.
Like he might have magic powers.
¿Magia?
Hanging baskets. They're so high up.
To you, maybe.
¿Me está llamando baja?
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
Hola, chacal.
2 inches makes all the difference.
2 centímetros. Bueno, 5 centímetros marcan toda la diferencia. ¿Qué opinamos, chicos? Una pera
This one's
brillante.
in a little pot.
Desde luego que sí.
Okay, that is
Bien.
definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
Oh, la pera no es una pera, es una piedra preciosa. Fruta en maceta. Una fruta en una maceta con una piel dura, similar a una gema. La tierra de la maceta es de un color azul inusual. Ok, pues me quedo la pera. ¡Hostia, el señor! Este señor estaba aquí antes y no lo he visto.
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes.
No me había fijado.
Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Ah, ¿en serio?
Sorry.
That's better.
No,
I'm
no.
Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fellow, the gardener.
Fitz Fellow.
And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
¿Por qué eres tan alto? Pues no sé, porque lo es y ya está. Ay, joder. ¿Cómo estás, chacal? ¿Qué tal la vida del que da negativo en COVID?
You work here as the gardener.
Gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kind of weird.
Right.
Las
Did you
plantas
see
son
the lake?
raras.
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what?
¿Consecuencia?
Poison?
El color es
It's
por
not
algo.
poisonous. Not to you.
Not
What's
to
this got
you.
to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet.
Vale.
Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the
¿Que hay un
plants.
microclima aquí
Animals
o qué?
eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a...
Yo un poco
Slightly
chacal doy
stupid
positivo todavía. Pero ¿y
Our lake
estos?
water
Joder,
causes
putada.
the unpredictable alteration of DNA.
Alteración de
Sometimes.
ADN. A veces.
Alteration? Like mutation.
That'd
Sí.
be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
O sea, que el agua es diferente y altera el ADN de las plantas de por aquí, pero estos beben el agua también. O sea, no lo entiendo.
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each
Para que
other?
veáis el
A
texto.
little, not too much.
Hola,
We
Valerie.
both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
A ver, venga, cuéntame qué has hecho.
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
Un grito que no era humano.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
muerta. Un
Flora was
poquillo.
there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow.
Ala, toda la familia en la
I thought that
habitación con la
was
muerta.
odd. You don't
¿Qué
normally
tal,
see
Jairo?
the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I
¿Qué tal ha
realized
ido?
nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
Oh.
I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me.
Uy.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long.
Ah, claro, esta le dijeron
When
que
I
no
told her
subiera.
about
O sea,
Freya,
dijo que, o sea,
she fell silent.
nos dijo que no subió porque sentía como que estaba invadiendo la privacidad. A ver, pregunta sobre
I
Flora.
like Flora.
¿Qué
I hope
opinas?
she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone.
O sea, que es buena gente, simplemente está callada todo el rato.
Felix is a contradiction.
A ver,
His
¿qué opinas de
loyalties are
Felix?
placed firmly within the realm of materialism, money, property. But his
Sí.
ego relies on
Le
an
gustan-
entirely fraudulent self-image. Don't you
Uf.
think?
Sí, la verdad es que es un poco.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Oye, porque el jardinero tiene una retórica tan buena, tío, porque habla tan bien.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you
Pasar
find
mucho
out,
tiempo con Poppy.
maybe you can let me know.
Está celosa porque pasas mucho tiempo con Poppy.
She questioned me,
About what?
my work, the plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me. I can tell.
O sea, la señora esta no ha entrado en el greenhouse, pero creo que a nosotros nos dijo que sí que había entrado. Creo que dijo que sí que había entrado, ¿no? O yo no me acuerdo.
She was always kind to me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working, sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects?
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
La chica esta en su habitación tenía una cajita como para insectos. Dime qué opinas de ti mismo.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's... It was a joke. I was joking.
Oh,
I see.
qué perspicaz. Oye, ¿la fruta hasta qué le
This
pasa?
is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
And it makes the fruit grow all shiny and gem-stony?
Sometimes. You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do with this shiny and edible fruit?
You look at it.
La miras. Dime qué opinas de Tangle Tower.
Gives
Ah,
you
bueno.
a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
It might seem strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And those mountain cliff things around the outside?
We
Ahora
don't
te
know
digo,
much
Nessie.
about them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation.
A ver, cinta dañada.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Sí.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Vale, Poppy es una chica que ahora os enseñaré fotos. No he hablado con ella, por eso no sale por aquí todavía. Pero le gusta mucho la música.
Who gave you that information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was. We were contacted anonymously.
I see. And what happens if the
Les
person who
conta.
contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
Never thought about that.
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
It's of no interest to me, but I overheard Poppy and Freya talking about it once.
What were they saying?
They were arguing about something, but I can't remember the details.
Cuando encontremos a Poppy habrá que preguntarle también por esto.
How odd.
Qué raro. Tengo que volver a leer la carta, no me acuerdo qué
What do
pone.
you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her.
No, pero
after the
ya,
murder.
ya sabemos que es una pluma.
There's something
Sabemos que es una
bothering
pluma
me.
de un pájaro.
Something else.
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't standing in this position.
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor.
Eso no lo sabíamos. O sea, esta yo creo que vio lo que le pasó a la otra y se medio cayó al suelo cuando lo vio.
It's an egg with feet.
Un
It
huevo
was
con
locked,
patas.
But we opened it, but it was empty.
Correcto.
Fun story. That belongs to Poppy.
So, why is it up in Flora's tower?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Paints are different to flowers.
I'd say so, yeah.
At any time, flowers can bloom with perfect, faultless colors. Red, blue, white. With paint, once you've tainted a color by mixing it with others, not even the most skilled painter can return it to its pure form.
¿Qué clase de reflexiones filosóficas está haciendo este señor?
There's something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
Oh, bueno, oye, nos dan la pista que volamos a la habitación de Flora.
That's quite sweet, really. Felix made that? Huh. Freya's best work, in my opinion.
Tío,
Although
ese
the photo
cuadro
doesn't carry
es...
the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter?
Es
What's
la
that bit right there?
detective, 100%.
I don't think it's that kind of painting.
Yo creo que es la detective, o sea, la descripción en plan rojo, negro y tal, yo creo que encaja.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you in the rooftop garden, I think, with Poppy.
Con Poppy.
Are we done?
Ajá, fibra sensible.
It's Fifi and Freya.
Don't you think Poppy should be in the photo too?
Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
Son dos.
Who isn't a crowd?
Right, but if she was in the photo, then it'd be 3.
Checkmate.
3 son una multitud.
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Penelope.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried, in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
Vaya, ¿qué planta sería?
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
El diario está cerrado, por eso quiero leerlo.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note on the back too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her.
Fifi. Bueno, ya, claro. O igual si llevo esto a algún puzzle que tienen por allí y se resuelve. Bueno, ya te he preguntado de todo, señor. Pues nada.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the Fellow Tower.
Estoy con el juzgando, sí, con el
This could
juz...
be interesting.
Entré aquí y no lo vi. Lo vio Warren, pero yo no lo vi. Y de repente me asusté.
A little chart of, actually, I have no idea what it's about.
Pi, epsilon, omega, gamma, phi. No me acuerdo. Bueno, delta, alfa, beta. Sí. ¿Ves? Esto es el ángulo de rozamiento y el ángulo de dilatancia, pero no me acuerdo cómo se llaman las letras. Esto es phi seguro, esto no sé qué es. No puedo en plan...
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Ya, pero no es una periodic table. ¿No puedo sacar una foto de esto? No me lo quedo. ¿Puedo sacar una foto? Cieguísima, sí soy. Yo le saco una foto por si acaso, no vaya a ser. Ah, aunque estabas en partida y sacaste el clip.
Not a whole lot.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
¿Es que toda la fruta aquí no se puede comer o qué?
It's glad. I can't see through it.
Total oxymoron.
I am not.
Tools. Used by a gardener. For gardening.
La tierra está rara.
Soil.
It's so blue.
Aquí no tengo nada más que mirar. Está el señor este raro. No he resuelto ningún puzzle en esta
All the
habitación.
flowers here look kind of poisonous.
Can flowers be poisonous?
Anything can be poisonous.
Good to know.
Bit of a decadent flooring choice for a greenhouse.
¿Aquí no hay puzzle? Supongo que no. Le he dado un poco a todos lados. Vale, me han dicho que vuelva a la habitación de Flora. Voy a volver a la habitación de Flora. La habitación de Flora es esta, ¿no?
A little pot plant, balanced on the window ledge.
It's the only plant in the entire room.
No entiendo qué quiere que vea aquí.
The whole room has a strange feeling.
Yeah, there might be a reason for that.
¿Hay algo que no he visto? Ya, la paleta de colores no es, o sea, no es la misma que estos colores, pero más o menos coincide con los que está pintando, ¿no? Ay, no quería hacer eso. Verde, blanco, tal. El rojo sangre y el amarillo. El verde supongo que sea el vestido. O en plan los arcos. El rojo es el rojo de la pluma esta. El resto de los colores yo creo que encajan, ¿no? Vale, salvo que esto sea negro y no haya puesto ningún verde, pero el verde aún así, ¿dónde estaría el verde? He visto el ojo de aquí arriba, pero falta el negro. Falta el negro. El amarillo no está usado y sin embargo lo ha usado. ¿Será eso? O sea, el resto de colores parece que están usados, ¿no? Son como champiñones, pero el amarillo no se ha usado. Pero ha usado en el cuadro... Pero esto es amarillo, ¿no? Sí, eso también me he fijado, Warren. Me acabo de fijar que aquí hay dos plantas iguales, pero no... Supongo que sería eso, no lo sé. Pero entonces, ¿el amarillo ese de dónde viene? No lo sé, tío, no lo sé. Es que no veo nada nuevo, no veo nada nuevo. Voy a preguntarle a Fifi por el telescopio este.
Freya drew these.
Yeah, I think so.
Puede ser,
There's a
Jairo.
note on the back.
But she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother. Like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No,
Profesor Pointer.
I think so.
Well, who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh, yes. It has a telescopic lens. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away. The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends.
On what?
On the structural integrity of your teeth.
Claro, te lo puedes comer, pero igual te quedas sin dientes. Está bien. Ah, espera, no le he preguntado por el chico. Voy a preguntarle por el chico. Yo como no socializaba antes, lo de salir de casa, echo de menos, en plan, la libertad de decidir cuándo puedo salir.
Haksha. Age,
Pero
unknown.
bueno, es lo que hay.
Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes.
¿Ah,
quote,
sí? ¿Y
being
qué tal? ¿Qué tal la
constantly
Junker
badgered by a
Queen?
weirdo nerd with a clipboard. Name, Fellow. Age, 24. Profession, cryptobotanist. Likes
Criptobotánico.
soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist? I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So, what's the problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago,
La altura.
I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower.
Pointed
He was
Tower.
making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
Un cuchillo. Bueno, esta, aunque le pregunte por cosas, no me va a decir nada. Vamos a esta habitación. Esta habitación es la de... ¿La de Poppy? No lo sé, Warren, no lo sé. Ah, es el de Fitz. Señor, pero ¿qué es esto? Qué tristeza de sitio. Una planta.
That poor plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad.
Está triste la
I think it
planta.
would rather be outside.
Una carta de amor.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front.
Oh.
Inside it says, to Fitz, from PP.
Pipi. Poppy... Poppy... ¿Cómo era el apellido que la P? No me acuerdo ya. Vale, Fitz y Poppy. ¿Comida?
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know.
Todo muy sad, la verdad. Se ve la montaña.
There's someone outside the window.
¿Qué dices?
Something outside the window. It's probably just a rock.
You sure?
Ah, claro, parece, en plan, parece el de las orejas, ¿cómo se...? El de Hora de Aventuras. Parece el de Hora de Aventuras.
Oh, wow.
¡Oh, wow!
What?
It's a big empty space.
Y pues... Tenemos que resolver un caso de un asesinato. Sí, fin.
Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Así está mi corazón por dentro, triste y vacío. Venga, Jairo, tu corazón seguro que tiene más plantitas que esta habitación.
Doesn't need to be. It's locked.
Ay.
It's a combination lock. Sort of.
Reordena los trozos de papel para dar con la combinación del candado de la caja. Tremendo.
There we go.
Ah, easy.
Perfect. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
O menos es siniestro. Paleta ornamentada. Una paleta jardinera de metal con un patrón decorativo. Tiene un dibujo decorativo grabado y letras en los dos lados de un corazón. Pipi en Fifi. Poppy y Fitz hacen cosis. Están... Vamos a mirar el parentesco, no vaya a ser que sea incesto, ¿vale?
It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Desliza la tapa para abrirla, luego mueve las baldosas a los espacios correctos.
Nothing. Still
The
locked.
tiles have all got that same sun symbol on them.
Those moon symbols in the slots. Are they connected?
Maybe they're connected, but also not connected.
Nope.
Maybe
So
the
where is it?
somewhere else.
Ah, igual tengo que encontrar la información en otro lado. Sí,
Let's
bueno.
come back once we know.
Tendré que encontrar la información de cómo resolver eso en otro lado. Me apuestas que lo encontraré en la habitación de Poppy. Así que vamos a otro lado. Vamos a otro lado. Porque esta es la habitación de Fifi. Ah, déjame volver aquí a ver si puedo resolver el puzzle este del inicio, porque algo me dice que esto va a ser el orden... Yo creo que esto es el orden de las habitaciones, de abajo a arriba. Ah, no. ¿What? Vale, no tengo ni puta idea.
Let's come back.
Vale, pues vamos a aquí abajo, por ejemplo. La sala del piano.